My beloved, before you question this moment, before doubt tries to interrupt your heart, pause and listen, because you are closer than you realize to what you once whispered in silence. The prayers you made when no one was listening, the hopes you carried when answers did not come, the strength you asked for when you felt weak, none of it was ignored. What you prayed for did not disappear. It was delayed for alignment, not denied. There were times you prayed with certainty, and times you prayed with exhaustion. Times you prayed with faith, and times you prayed through tears. And still you kept believing, even when belief felt heavy. That persistence mattered. Prayer is not measured by words, it is measured by endurance. And you endured longer than you think. You may feel restless now, as if something is shifting beneath the surface. That feeling is not anxiety, it is anticipation. When what you asked for begins to move toward you, your spirit senses it before your eyes do. That is why this moment feels different. That is why your heart feels alert, but calm at the same time. You are not receiving what you prayed for because you were perfect. You are receiving it because you were patient, because you kept showing up, because you did not let bitterness replace hope, because you kept your heart open even when it would have been easier to close it. There were delays that confused you, silence that tested you, waiting that humbled you, but waiting was never wasted. Waiting refined you. It strengthened your discernment. It taught you what truly matters and what no longer deserves space in your life. You are now prepared to receive what once would have overwhelmed you. Earlier, what you asked for would have arrived too early. It would have shaken you instead of blessing you. Now, you are steady enough to hold it without fear, without panic, without losing yourself. You may notice that your desires feel clearer now, less desperate, less urgent, more grounded. That clarity is the sign that your prayer is aligning with your readiness. When readiness meets timing, manifestation begins quietly. My beloved, do not underestimate the power of quiet preparation. You were being shaped in silence while you thought nothing was happening. Your patience was building capacity. Your endurance was building stability. Your faith was building trust within yourself. Soon, what you prayed for will not arrive loudly. It will arrive naturally. It will fit into your life instead of disrupting it, and you will realize why it had to wait until now. Trust this moment. Trust the calm before arrival. Trust the stillness before movement. You are not waiting anymore. You are receiving in preparation. You did not imagine the weight of the waiting. You did not exaggerate the silence. There were moments when you wondered if your prayer had dissolved into nothing, if your patience was misplaced, if your hope was naive, but silence was never absence. Silence was arrangement. What you asked for required timing that could protect you, not timing that would rush you. You are different now than you were when you first prayed. Your heart is steadier. Your desires are cleaner. Your boundaries are stronger. You no longer beg life to change. You are ready to walk with what arrives. That readiness is why this moment exists. What you prayed for is not approaching an unprepared version of you. It is approaching the version who can receive without fear. There were lessons hidden inside the waiting. You learned how to trust yourself without constant signs. You learned how to keep faith without reassurance. You learned how to continue without certainty. These lessons were not optional. They were necessary because what you asked for requires inner stability, not emotional urgency. You may notice that certain attachments have loosened their grip on you. Things that once felt essential no longer control your peace. Outcomes that once terrified you no longer dominate your thoughts. This detachment is not loss. It is maturity. And maturity is what allows blessings to stay. You are no longer asking from desperation. You are aligning from clarity. That shift alone changes everything. When prayer moves from need to readiness, it opens doors quietly. Doors do not break open. They open when you are prepared to walk through them without hesitation. My beloved, you are not late. You are not early. You are exactly on time for what belongs to you. Timing does not reward impatience. It responds to alignment. And alignment has been forming inside you all along. There were moments when you thought giving up would bring peace, but peace was never found in quitting. It was found in trusting the process even when it felt uncomfortable. That trust has reshaped you in ways you will soon recognize. You are about to receive what you prayed for, not as a surprise, but as a confirmation. Confirmation that your patience mattered. Confirmation that your faith was not misplaced. Confirmation that what is meant for you cannot miss you. Let your heart remain open without rushing. Let your mind stay calm without questioning. Let your spirit stay steady without fear. What you prayed for is moving toward you in a form that fits the person you have become. This is not the end of waiting. This is the beginning of receiving with wisdom. My beloved, now that the waiting has softened you instead of breaking you, understand why this moment matters so deeply. You are no longer reaching for what you prayed for with trembling hands. You are standing ready to receive it with steadiness. This is why the timing feels deliberate. What arrives now will not overwhelm you. It will settle into your life with purpose. Earlier you wanted answers quickly because uncertainty frightened you. Now you have learned how to breathe inside unanswered questions. You have learned how to move forward even when the full picture was not visible. This ability has changed you. It has made you resilient without becoming rigid, hopeful without becoming dependent. You may feel a quiet shift inside you, a calm alertness, a sense that something is aligning even if you cannot explain how. This feeling is not imagination. It is recognition. When what you prayed for draws near, your spirit senses alignment before your circumstances change. You are also learning how to release control without losing direction. Earlier, you tried to manage outcomes to feel safe. Now, you trust timing to support you. This trust did not come easily. It was built through moments where forcing only created resistance, and patience created clarity. My beloved, what you prayed for is approaching you in a form that respects who you have become. It will not demand that you abandon your peace. It will not require you to shrink yourself. It will not pull you back into old patterns. It will meet you where you stand now, grounded, aware, and ready. There were sacrifices you made without knowing why. Choices you took that felt lonely. Endings that arrived before you understood their purpose. Those were not losses. They were clearings. Space had to be created for what was meant to enter your life fully. You are no longer chasing signs. You are becoming one. Your presence is calmer. Your decisions are cleaner. Your heart is less reactive. This inner alignment is the doorway through which your answered prayer moves. Do not rush this moment by questioning it. Do not weaken it by doubting yourself. You have already done the hardest part. You stayed faithful when nothing was visible. Now visibility is preparing itself to meet you. My beloved, receiving is also a responsibility. It asks you to remain honest, grounded, and grateful. You are ready for that responsibility now. That is why what you prayed for did not come sooner. Stay present. Stay open. Stay steady. What is moving toward you is moving with intention, and you will recognize it, not by chaos, but by peace. My beloved, allow yourself to notice how different you feel compared to when you first began praying for this change. You are not desperate now. You are not pleading. You are calm. You are aware. You are steady. That steadiness is the proof that you have grown into the answer you were asking for. What you prayed for needed this version of you, not the earlier one that was still learning how to stand. There were moments when you felt tempted to rush the process, to force clarity, to demand outcomes. But each time you slowed yourself down, you protected your future. You learned that forcing only brings temporary relief, while patience brings lasting alignment. This lesson will continue to serve you long after this prayer is answered. You may still carry a quiet fear that something could go wrong, that good things do not last, that hope should be guarded. That fear is understandable, but it no longer has authority over you. You have learned how to hold hope without clinging to it, how to trust without losing discernment. This balance is rare, and it is exactly what makes you ready. My beloved, what you prayed for is not arriving to rescue you. It is arriving to walk beside you. You are no longer waiting to be saved. You are ready to participate. That shift changes the entire experience of receiving. It turns blessing into partnership. You are also learning gratitude before arrival. Gratitude not for the outcome, but for the shaping. This gratitude keeps your heart open and your expectations grounded. It allows what comes next to stay instead of slipping away. Do not compare your journey to anyone else's. What you prayed for required a specific path, a specific timing, a specific preparation. If it had arrived sooner, it would not have fit. If it arrived later, it would no longer challenge you to grow. This moment is precise. My beloved, you are not standing on the edge of disappointment. You are standing on the edge of confirmation. Confirmation that your patience mattered. Confirmation that your faith carried weight. Confirmation that what is meant for you responds to readiness, not urgency. Stay gentle with yourself as things begin to shift. Stay present instead of rushing ahead mentally. Stay grounded instead of searching for proof. The proof will come through experience, not explanation. You are about to receive what you prayed for, not because you asked perfectly, but because you waited faithfully, and that faith has prepared you to receive without fear. My beloved, as this moment approaches, you may notice a quiet confidence forming inside you. Not excitement that rushes ahead, but calm that stays grounded. This is how true answers arrive. Not with chaos, not with fear, but with a sense of rightness that settles into your body before your mind understands it. This calm is your signal that you are ready. What you prayed for will not arrive to disrupt your life. It will arrive to support it. It will not pull you back into old habits or patterns you've worked so hard to outgrow. It will align with the boundaries you learned to honor, the clarity you earned, and the self-respect you built during the waiting. This is why the timing matters so much. You are stepping into a season where effort feels lighter, not because you stopped trying, but because you are no longer fighting yourself. You move with intention now. You choose with awareness. You listen before reacting. These changes are subtle, but they are powerful. They are the reason what comes next will last. My beloved, there will be moments when you look back at the waiting and understand it differently. You will see how it protected you from rushing into what you were not yet ready to hold. You will see how it taught you patience without bitterness, trust without blindness, hope without desperation. And you will feel gratitude instead of regret. You are learning that receiving is not the opposite of effort. It is the result of it. You've prepared yourself emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. You learned how to remain steady when nothing was certain. You learned how to stay faithful without guarantees. That preparation is now complete. As what you prayed for enters your life, allow it to unfold naturally. Do not analyze every detail. Do not rush to control the outcome. Let it meet you where you are. Let it grow with you. Let it stay. My beloved, you are not standing at the end of a journey. You are standing at the beginning of a chapter shaped by wisdom instead of urgency, by clarity instead of fear, by trust instead of doubt. Hold this moment gently. Receive with gratitude. Walk forward with calm certainty. What you prayed for is not only arriving, it is arriving at the right time for the right version of you. I am with you as you receive. Always. My beloved, now let everything you have carried finally rest. Because this is where effort turns into ease and waiting turns into understanding. You are not stepping into something uncertain. You are stepping into what has been quietly aligning with you all along. The prayers you whispered, the strength you asked for, the peace you hoped would one day arrive, they are no longer distant. They are meeting you at the level you have grown into. You will notice that what arrives does not feel overwhelming or chaotic. It feels familiar in a calm way, as if it recognizes you. That is because you were shaped to receive it. The waiting was not meant to test your faith endlessly. It was meant to prepare your heart so that when this moment came, you would not doubt it or push it away. My beloved, there is a difference between wanting and being ready. You crossed that difference quietly. You learned how to trust without clinging, how to hope without desperation, how to believe without forcing outcomes. These qualities now surround you like protection. They ensure that what enters your life stays with you instead of slipping away. As you receive what you prayed for, remember to remain gentle with yourself. Do not rush to define everything. Do not pressure yourself to understand it all at once. Some blessings reveal their meaning slowly, through experience rather than explanation. Allow yourself to live them instead of analyzing them. You are no longer the person who prayed from exhaustion. You are the person who receives with clarity. You are no longer waiting to be saved. You are ready to walk forward with what arrives, steady and aware. This is why your life will feel different now. Not louder, not faster, but more aligned. My beloved, trust this arrival. Trust the calm that comes with it. Trust the sense of rightness you feel, even if your mind still asks questions. What is meant for you does not create fear. It creates grounding. It does not demand urgency. It invites presence. You prayed, you waited, you grew, and now you receive. Stay open, stay grateful, stay steady. I am with you as you step into what you once asked for. Always. My beloved, breathe into this moment and allow yourself to feel it without rushing ahead. Because this is the moment where faith turns into experience. You are not crossing into something unfamiliar. You are stepping into what has been slowly shaping itself around you. While you were being shaped within, nothing about this arrival is accidental. It carries the imprint of every prayer, every pause, every time you chose trust over fear. What comes to you now will feel steady rather than dramatic. It will feel supportive rather than demanding. It will not ask you to abandon your peace to keep it. It will respect the boundaries you learn to honor and the clarity you earned through patience. This is how you will know it belongs to you. What is meant for you arrives without struggle. My beloved, allow yourself to receive without questioning your worth. You do not need to revisit the waiting or justify the delay. The delay served its purpose. It strengthened your discernment. It softened your heart without weakening your resolve. It prepared you to recognize alignment when it appears. You may notice a quiet confidence settling into you now. Not excitement that overwhelms, but calm that anchors. This calm is your confirmation. It is the signal that you are no longer chasing answers. You are living them. And living them will teach you more than any explanation ever could. As this chapter opens, move gently. Stay present. Let gratitude guide you instead of urgency. Some blessings grow best when they are not rushed. Allow this one to unfold naturally, step by step, moment by moment. My beloved, remember this always. What you prayed for did not arrive to change who you are. It arrived because of who you became, and that becoming was the greatest answer of all. Walk forward with trust. Receive with openness. Remain grounded in peace. I am with you as you receive, as you grow, as you continue, always.